Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is one of the best Star Wars video games ever released. It introduced us to characters like Revan, Nihilus, Darth Traya, and so many more. These are characters that Star Wars fans love, which is why when a remastered version of the game was announced, the community went crazy. It's this very reason that I think Knights of the Old Republic deserves its own collectible minifig series in LEGO. There are so many interesting characters from these video games that it's honestly hard to pick which ones I'd include. And for any of you who don't know what a LEGO CMF is, it's essentially a mystery box that contains 12 characters from a certain theme, movie, or any IP really. For example, I have some minifigs from the Dungeons & Dragons CMF in front of you now. As you can see, the CMF minifigs are typically good quality and come with some form of bonus headpiece, accessory, or something along those lines. So today I'm going to build my own Knights of the Old Republic or KOTOR CMF with 12 minifigs of my favorite characters from this series.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
I'll give you a little backstory on the character, show you where you can get the minifig yourself, have my Ugnaught friend rob you while you're not looking, and give you my thoughts on the quality of the minifig. So with that being said, sit back and relax, maybe grab yourself a Canto by Cosmo, and enjoy as I show you the 12 minifigs I've included in this KOTOR CMF. You just can't make a KOTOR CMF without including Revan. Revan is the playable character from the original Knights of the Old Republic game, where you make choices to determine your allegiance to the Jedi or Sith. Revan is such an interesting character, and his Mandalorian mask has become an iconic piece of Star Wars media. I mean, I even have one of his lightsabers sitting in my office, like the guy is well known. I got my Jedi and Sith Revan from two different vendors. The Darth Revan is from Firestar Toys and is made with real LEGO. The detail on this minifig is incredibly impressive. From the printing to the cloth pieces, everything just looks so good in my opinion. He even comes with his custom lightsaber hilts, which is a big bonus. This isn't the last minifig you'll see from Firestar Toys today either, because I think they make some of the best Old Republic minifigs available. Another company that makes good Old Republic customs is American Bricks, who made this Jedi Revan minifig. Now this minifig is actually a replica minifig, which means it's not made with real LEGO. I know people can be standoffish towards replica minifigs, but I have always been happy with the minifigs that I've got from American Bricks, and this Revan is no different. His printing is incredibly impressive, and he comes with a dual printed head, which is definitely CMF quality. The positive of buying replica minifigs is that you're typically paying $5 to $10, which is a lot cheaper than custom minifigs printed on official LEGO pieces. I think both versions of a Jedi and Sith Revan are an absolute must for a KOTOR CMF, not only for the theme, but also so LEGO can just give us a new Revan minifig.
Pretty little... Hey, that wasn't funny.
Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Bastila Shan was the Jedi hero in KOTOR, who originally captures Revan on his flagship and brings him back to the Jedi. She and Revan actually develop a deep bond across the first game and eventually go on to have a kid in Star Wars canon. This is another replica minifig from American Bricks, and I think it looks incredibly similar to the Bastila Shan we see on the cover of KOTOR. As always, the printing is awesome and the minifig comes with a dual molded face. This is another awesome replica minifig that allows you to get a minifig for a character that LEGO has never created for only a few bucks. Regardless, Bastila Shan is an important character from the first Knights of the Old Republic game, which is why I think she would be a great addition to this CMF.
Damn it, Master. I am an assassination droid, not a dictionary.
HK-47 is one of the best droid bounty hunters in all of Star Wars history. This droid was built by Revan himself and accompanied him across the galaxy on all kinds of dangerous missions. HK-47 was iconic for calling sentient beings meat bags, and he honestly was a great source of humor across the first Knights of the Old Republic game.
Shall we find something to kill to cheer ourselves up?
I love HK-47, which is why when Firestar Toys announced that they were making a custom one, I had to pick it up. The detail in this minifig is incredibly impressive as always, and he even came with his personal blaster. And as a bonus feature to this CMF, I included this buildable T3M4. I found this design from Skyhammer Art on Reddit, and I think it would be a perfect buildable companion to go with this HK-47 because T3M4 probably doesn't get his own minifig in this CMF, but I think he would be an awesome addition to come with the HK-47, Revan, anyone really.
The fleet is in position, my lord. We have heard nothing from the planet.
Buckle up, buckaroos!
Darth Malak was Revan's envious apprentice, who's the main antagonist of the first KOTOR game. Malak actually wears this mask because Revan took his jaw when he challenged him for the title of Sith Lord. And this wouldn't be the last time either, because Malak turned on Revan at the start of KOTOR by firing on his flagship, which ultimately leads to Malak's defeat at the hands of a Jedi Revan, so kind of ironic. This Malak figure is the only official LEGO minifig in this CMF, and he came in a recent buildable R2-D2 set as a part of the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. I was actually really impressed by this minifig. He came with his own mouthpiece, and the headpiece when you remove it is really cool, which I did not expect to see from LEGO. Since the buildable R2-D2 set was around $100 and only came with this Malak minifig, I think it's safe to say a lot of people don't have this minifig and didn't buy the set, which is why I think adding this Malak to a CMF would be awesome for KOTOR fans, so they don't have to spend money on an expensive set just to get one minifig they want. And I mean, come on, you have to have the main villain in your CMF.
I do not think now that I will fall to the dark side. I only have to look at you and follow by your example, and there is no way I can fail.
Juhani is a really interesting character from the first Knights of the Old Republic game, who you help bring back to the light side after a brief fall to the dark side. Juhani is a KOTOR Jedi, and I think a minifig for this character would be awesome. And when looking for one, I found one at Calypso Customs and picked it up. And I will say, for the first time, this is a minifig that I wouldn't recommend. Like I mentioned earlier, the benefit of buying a replica minifig is the fact that they're typically priced around $5 to $10, but these minifigs are around $20, and their listings can be pretty vague, making it hard to know what you're buying. But I spent over $20 for this minifig and found out it was a replica after I got it in the mail. Live and learn on my end, but from this point on, know that the Calypso custom minifigs in this video are also replicas. Don't get me wrong, cool minifigs, but in my opinion, I think they're overpriced.
Does somebody not know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit? Disgusting!
Mitra Surik was the playable character from Knights of the Old Republic 2, who defeated the Sith Triumvirate and helped rebuild the Jedi Order. Mitra is an incredibly interesting character and strong Jedi, which is why I picked up this minifig from Calypso Customs, which means yes, it's not LEGO. But I added a LEGO head and hairpiece to complete the minifig, so kind of half LEGO. Since Mitra was a playable character, her hair and appearance can change depending on your personal choice. Like you could make her a guy. And her hair color even changes in Star Wars media, so it's constantly changing. So I went with this blonde hairpiece because of some of the art I saw online and because it was one of the minifig hairpieces that I had. But Mitra is another must-have minifigure for this CMF. Since she's the main character of the second game, she plays a huge part in this series and just in Star Wars canon in general, so a minifig for this character is much needed.
I came to warn you, Jedi. You know not what path you walk.
Darth Sion was known as the Lord of Pain and was a member of the Sith Triumvirate from Knights of the Old Republic 2. Sion was known as the Sith who was too angry to die, and he lived up to that name in the second KOTOR game. He is an incredibly interesting Sith Lord, which is why I picked up a minifig for this character from Firestar Toys. The printing and details on this minifig are incredibly impressive, and he even comes with this little Lego tile, which I think is a nice touch. I love this minifigure, and I think he would be a perfect fit for a KOTOR CMF.
His mere presence kills all around him.
Moving on to another member of the Sith Triumvirate, we have Darth Nihilus, otherwise known as the Lord of Hunger. Nihilus was known for his insatiable appetite to feed on the life force of others, with legends saying he could suck the life out of an entire planet. This has always been a really interesting Sith Lord to me, which is why I had to pick up this custom from Firestar Toys. And to be honest, it's one of my favorite customs in my collection. The custom robe pieces are impressive, the printing on the body and head pieces are beautiful, and he even comes with a custom lightsaber hilt. Like I said, this is one of my favorite customs in my collection, which is why I think it meets, if not exceeds, the quality of any LEGO CMF, really.
You are the darkness in which all life dies.
Visas Mar's entire planet was drained of life by Nihilus, but he chose to keep her alive, forming a force bond with her and eventually making her his apprentice. Until you convince her to join you and go against her master and eventually kill Nihilus. But this Visas Mar is from Big Kid Bricks and is a really impressive minifig. She comes with dual head prints, amazing cloth pieces, and her own personal lightsaber, which you know I love. I think it would also be really cool to get a Marilucan headpiece in LEGO, and not gonna lie, the headpiece on this minifig can be pretty funny. Not only that, but I think this Visas Mar minifig would fit the KOTOR theme really well and just be a really cool minifig to add to your Star Wars collection.
All that he was died at Malachor, and he dies there still, as he should.
Atris was a Jedi that was corrupted by her own arrogance and some Sith holocrons. She's another villain from the second KOTOR game and is honestly just an all-around pain every time we see her in Star Wars. This minifig is from Calypso Customs, which means it's a replica minifig, and honestly it looks kind of old. Even though I bought this brand new, the printing has just random specks on it and the hairpiece looks like it's been painted over. Regardless of that though, the character of Atris is really interesting. She plays a big role in the Knights of the Old Republic series, so I think she would be a perfect addition to this CMF.
And there must always be a Darth Treya. The galaxy needs its betrayers.
Darth Treya is one of the coolest Sith Lords from KOTOR 2. She was known as the Lord of Betrayal and was a master manipulator throughout the entire second game. This is another minifig from Firestar Toys and is absolutely beautiful. The printing on this minifig is great, and just like the custom Nihilus headpiece, the Treya headpiece is top notch. This minifig also comes with a funny Sith Happens book, which I think is an awesome addition. Treya is the final member of the Sith Triumvirate, and I think this group of Sith makes the Knights of the Old Republic games so interesting. But which of these minifigs was your favorite? And what other characters would you consider adding to this CMF? And if you haven't played the Knights of the Old Republic game, I highly recommend you give them a try. You can literally buy both of these games on the App Store right now, which I honestly think is hilarious. So on your next road trip or flight, you might want to download KOTOR and give it a go. But if you like this video, then YouTube thinks you'll like this video here. Or if you'd like to see another CMF video, check out this video here. But as always, thanks for swinging by the cantina today. I wish you safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.